Hey everybody, thank you for visiting my channel. I'm Belinda and this is the Extraordinary Quest channel. Today I am sharing the first day of a 4-day workout program that I put together for myself while we have been on lockdown. So today is shoulder day. It's actually my favorite workout. It's going to take about 30 minutes to get through this workout. And if you haven't seen the first video, you may want to look at that before proceeding. It actually introduces you to the equipment, an overview of the program, and then some tips about how to be successful. Anyway, without further ado, here is shoulder day. This is the first day of my 4-day workout series, and I'm doing shoulders. I'm going to do 3 different exercises. Each exercise has 4 sets, and each set has 10 reps. So I'm going to get started here. My first set is a warm-up set. So I'm going light in weight resistance. This is 30 pounds. Remember, I'm telling you how much I'm using, but this is really what I've decided works for me. Everybody's going to have their own number that works for them. So I'm doing a shoulder press. What I'm going to do here is set my core back against the base of this machine. And I'm going to get into position. So my posture is good, core, my shoulders are slightly back. My arms go into a 90-degree position, bent at my elbows, head forward, and I'm just going to lift. I'm going to try not to go below that 90 degrees, which doesn't mean that I won't. Very controlled movements. That's the end of the first set. I'm going to set up for the second set. This was a 30 and I'm moving it to a 50 for my second set. I'm barefoot. Quite honestly, I work out barefoot a lot, but I'm definitely doing it now because I don't want the squeak of my shoes on the floor. The machine is squeaky enough. Anyway, we're doing a recovery break here, and typically what I do on recovery breaks is I do an ab workout, stretch, drink water. Anyway, so I'll be back after. Okay, set number 2. Once again, right position, core, shoulders back, 90-degree angle, looking forward. Okay, I'm going to set up for the third set, which I'm adding a 10, so it'll be a 50 and a 10. So here's the idea on picking weight. The first set should be a set that I go light on because it's a warm-up set for my body. But I would choose that weight by, if I could do 15 or 20 of them pretty easily, that would be the weight that I would choose. And then I'm going to gradually increase the amount on my second and third set, and my fourth set is another one that you think about because it should be the set that you're doing 10 reps, but maybe 8, 9, and 10 are very difficult, or maybe you can't even do 1 or 2 of them. But here's the thing, is you don't want to lose your form in your exercise. Because when you do that, you engage other muscles that we're not training during that exercise. In other words, if I'm doing a bicep exercise, I don't want to engage my shoulder and my back to help me do that bicep curl. I want to just limit it to just my bicep. So anyway, that's how we determine it. Okay, so I'm going to get started on the third. So I'm at a 50 and a 10. This bench really does squeak. Okay, into position, really solid core, shoulders slightly back, and go. Okay, that's number 3. So I'm increasing the weight again, and this is my 4th set coming up, so now I'm going to look for that weight that is really pushing it, but I'm keeping my form. So I'm going to add another 10 on to this, because that felt hard, but I definitely could add more weight on, but I still want to keep my form. And I'm going to give myself a little bit of a recovery break here. Recovery breaks are breaks where you're allowing your body to recover from the set that you just did and getting ready for the next one. And you want to be able to do the next one, so you got to give your body time to recover from that last one. Sounds very redundant, sorry about that. The time is what's very subjective. In the beginning, I tend to just do really, really short times, like maybe, half of a minute or so, because I don't need much of a recovery break. When it gets to be like this last one and getting ready for the 4th set, which is going to be hard for me, I'm really pushing it, then I want to go more time. So I might need up to 2 minutes. I actually looked it up to see what the time is right now because things change. And it seems the suggested time is about 2 minutes. So that might be what you just kind of choose, is just to do the 2 minutes until you start feeling really comfortable and familiar with what works for you. Anyway, I'll be back. 4th set. Once again, core, shoulders slightly back, 90-degree angle, head upright, looking forward. That was a really good weight for me. It was a push to get those last 2, 3 done. So now I'm going to set up for the second exercise. I'm going to go very lightweight on this one. So I'm going to do a 10 and a 5. And I don't need much of a break at this point because I'm going to be switching, even though I'm still doing shoulders, I'm going light because this is a warm-up set. And also I'm going to be switching muscles. I'm going to actually start working the front part of the deltoids. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay. Okay, so I'm standing on the little platform on the bottom. I'm putting my hands through the hand grip. I'm going to start with my arms at my sides, slightly bent, and my arms are going to maintain that position throughout the movement. Once again, I pay attention to my core, really standing with good posture, upright, shoulders slightly back, and then I just lift to shoulder height. Keeping your whole body in really good form. Now this whole exercise I'm going to use very lightweight. So I'm only going to go up 5, so I'm going to use a 10 and a 10. probably take about a 30-second recovery break here. Okay, second set. Stand on the platform. By the way, my knees are slightly bent. I actually pull my hips forward a little bit just to maintain that whole really strong core. Shoulders slightly back, looking forward. Arms slightly bent at the side, up to shoulder height. Really pay attention to really good form here. I'm increasing the weight, but very slightly, just by 5, so this is a 20. My last set I want to hit at 30. So 10, 10, and 5, and then my last one will be just a 30 pound. So I'm probably not going to take very much. I'm not going really heavy weight on this. I just, for some reason, I shouldn't. I just always felt that about my front shoulders. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, set number 3. Hand through the grip. Onto the platform. Knees slightly bent, hips forward. Good posture, arms at your side. For me, and probably for a lot of you, shoulders slightly back. And what I do right after I finish is I get ready for the next set because I have it right in mind what I need. Especially when we get to supersets and you might be using 2 different weights for 2 different exercises, but doing them very back to back. Anyway, you'll see as we go along, but so I'm set up for the 4th set and this is 30. I'll probably take a minute recovery break here. I really just kind of feel it in my body when I feel like, okay, I'm ready to go, then I just go. Okay, set number 4. Okay, knees bent, hips slightly forward, strong, solid core, shoulders back, looking forward, arms at the side to begin, and that's as much as I should be going. Okay, I wouldn't want to go any higher than that. So that was 30. Okay, we'll get ready for the 3rd exercise. Going back down in weight to 10 and a 5. And I'll take about a 30-second recovery break here, since I'm going to be moving to, now it's going to be the outer part of my shoulders, so the outer deltoids. Okay, so this one I'm going to do a little differently. I'm going to cross the cable in my hands, so this one is going into So cables are crossed here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mimic this move from the gym. My arm is at a 90-degree angle, and I'm going to keep my arm in this position all the way up and just lift up with the base of my arm to my shoulder level. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch which one was on top. So now it will be this the left arm. Sorry, the right arm will be on top because I have these crossed. And I'm going to, oops, here. So my next set, that was a 10 and a 5, so I'm going to do a 10 and a 10. Once again, these are weights that I've chosen that work for me. But I'm telling you stuff because it gives you kind of a relative idea of, how I'm using a lot of weight on this one, a little weight on that one, how I'm increasing. You got to pick your own weights though, and it's not going to happen like right off the bat if you're new at this. It takes you a little while to figure out where you're really pushing it, but keeping form, what is kind of the lightest weight you could be doing. And then after a while, you get really comfortable with how much more you need to add on to keep going. Anyway, I'm going to take a half a minute break here. I'll be back. Okay, set number 2. Hands go through the hand grip. Arms at 90-degree angles, either side. Pay attention to core, shoulders slightly back, and just lift up to shoulder height. Okay, I'm going to switch this around again, just to remind myself. And I am adding another 5 on, so it'll be 10, 10, and 5, 25. Okay, set number 3. Core, hips slightly forward, shoulders back and left. Going to a 30, and I'm definitely going to need my 2-minute recovery time here so I can actually complete these. And this one was on top last time. Okay, I'm going to spin these around, and I'm going to take my 2 minutes. Okay, this is the last set of the last exercise. Hands to the grip. 90-degree angles, solid core, hips slightly forward. I really engage my abs too, and just lift. And this is as high of a weight as I should be going. Keep your form. lost my form a little bit there at the end. Okay, that's it. That's first day of exercises. That's the end of shoulders. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I look forward to the next round of exercises. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. I want to do a disclaimer here. I have not been trained at all in teaching people how to work out. I'm not a trainer. I'm not certified in any way, shape, or form with any of this.